Hello, grade 5. Hope you all are doing well. Miss you all. This is Miss Mary. Today we will solve the science revision sheets. But let me first tell you what we have covered during this quarter. We covered Unit 6, Energy and Ecosystems, Unit 9 as well, Minerals and Rocks, and Unit 10, Fossils. Let's start with question 1. Complete each sentence with the correct vocabulary word. So let's start with question 1. Because cows can't get energy directly from the sun, cows they need to eat food. Cows eat plants, and therefore we call them, because cows get food from plants, we call them, do you remember? We call them herbivores. And now question 2. An animal that eats both plants and animals, the animal that can eat both. Like bears, like raccoons, we call them, if you remember, what grade 5 omnivores. Okay, so nutrients would be lost without which kind of organisms can break down dead things and release nutrients back to the soil? What kind of organisms? So this is a decomposer. So we will write here decomposer. Next, an animal that eats other living things. Which animals feed on other living things? We call them consumers. Question 5. Herbivores and omnivores, they both share what kind of food they can eat. They can eat, both of them. I can hear you. They can eat producer, because both of them eat plants. Question 6. The loss of energy along a food chain is shown in the which diagram shows us the amount of energy in each level? So the answer for question 6 will be energy pyramid. Okay, so now we will go to the next question, matching. Here we have 3 pictures, grass and lion and a cow. Which one of them is carnivore? The carnivore is an animal that eats only animals like the lion. So the answer here will be B. In next question, producers. They are organisms that make their own food. They don't eat, they make their own food. Which kind of organisms here is a producer? Producer is the grass. So letter A. The herbivore, the only herbivore we have here would be C for the cow, because a cow eats plants, so it's herbivore. Okay, so next question is also matching, but here we have 4 pictures. Number 1, source of energy. Which one here is a source of energy? Which one? The sun is a source of energy, letter D. Then producer, which one here is the producer? The producer is an organism that makes its own food, like carrot here. So it would be carrot. Next, the next one, primary consumer. The primary consumers are herbivores. Will be like which organism here? The rabbit, yes. So we will write here A. Secondary consumer, the one that eats other organisms like the wolf. So in question 4 will be B. Okay, so next question 1, where does this organism get its energy? As we know, this plant is a producer. It gets energy from the sun. So the answer will be C, from the sun. Which term describes a hyena? Hyena is kind of organisms that feed on dead animals. Do we call them scavengers? So the answer will be letter C, scavengers. They feed on dead things. Question 3. What is one way in which animals can obtain energy? How animals get energy? From the sun? No, because they are consumers, not producers. By breathing air. Air doesn't give us energy. By eating plants, this is kind of food, so the answer will be letter C, by eating plants. Okay, so now we will go to the next question. Question 4. In this food chain, we have a line. Which one we have to put here? The fox, or the mouse, or the tree, or the deer? The mouse, of course, we will not put mouse again, because mouse doesn't eat mouse. And the tree, of course, no, because it's a producer. And the deer is a herbivore. So which one we will add here? This will be, the answer here will be the fox. The fox is a carnivore that can eat the mouse and can be eaten by the mountain lion. Okay, so now we will go to the next question. Question 5. How would you classify this organism? This organism, it takes sunlight, takes water and carbon dioxide. They mix them all and they make food. So they can make their own food, and any organism make its own food, we call it producer. So the answer here will be producer. Question 6. Which of the following do herbivores eat? Herbivores, they eat consumers or predators or omnivores or producers. Herbivores, they eat plants, and as we know, plants are called producers. So the answer here will be producer. In the food chain here, which term describes the squirrel? The squirrel here is which kind of organisms? Because it feeds on grass, so we call this primary consumer. So next question, question number 8. Which of these organisms is a predator? Predator is an organism that eats or kills other animals for food. So the predator here will be the wolf here, because the wolf kills the rabbit or eats the rabbit. So we will choose here the wolf is the predator in this food chain. Question 9. If we look here in the picture, the mouse is here. The eagle carries here a mouse. The mouse here is a predator or is a scavenger or a decomposer or prey. This one will be the prey. The prey is the organism that is eaten by other organisms or killed for food. Next. In next question, we have to classify the organisms that we see in the figure here. We need to know which one is producer, which one is consumer, and which one is decomposer. So let's see here. Which organisms here are producer? Producer will be like, as we see here in the figure, we have trees here. So producers like trees, and we have grass too. So these two are producers. Which kind of organisms here are consumers? Like here we have the parrot. It feeds on bugs, and they can eat seeds and plants. A butterfly is a consumer also. It eats, takes nectar from flowers. We have here frog too. The frog is a consumer because it eats bugs. And we have monkey here. Can you see the monkey on the tree? This monkey also is a consumer. So we will write here parrot and butterfly. What else? Monkey. I said the monkey on the tree. And also the frog. All of them are consumers. So now the decomposers, as we look here, we have mushrooms on the tree, and also we have bugs here. They are kind of decomposers, and earthworms. So decomposers here in this picture will be mushrooms and bugs, as we said, and earthworms. Okay, so now let's go to the next question. What would happen if all mushrooms were removed? And as we know, mushrooms are decomposers. So what will happen if they were removed from the ecosystem? Explain your answer. If we don't have decomposers, the dead bodies will be everywhere, and diseases will spread, and nutrients will be lost. And the next question here, we have to know what is the diagram. This diagram shows how energy is used in a food chain. What is this diagram called? What's the name of this diagram, and how much energy passes from a level to the next level? This diagram is called, do you remember? Well, we call this energy pyramid. And how much energy passes to each level? 10%. This is the amount of energy that passes to each level in this in this energy pyramid. This was everything for today. Next video we will complete our revision sheet we will start with rocks and minerals. So take care of yourselves and see you in the next video. Bye bye.